Hi, welcome back to Rebel Health. I'm Dr. Ellen Vora, holistic psychiatrist practicing in New York City. What I want to talk about today is relationship drama. And I'm not going to talk about it so much from a psychological perspective, but from a holistic health perspective, because I think so much of what we think of as the central dramas in our lives are actually no more than just false moods and a lack of gratitude. So let's talk about that. So false mood is a term that the brilliant Julia Ross coined, and I love her book, The Mood Cure. Check it out. But she talks about the fact that so many aspects of how our mood is, like whether we're feeling okay or depressed or anxious, is really not so much psychological, but really pretty based in our physiology. And there are things that can trigger false moods for us. So a real mood is something genuinely bad happened in your life. You lost your job, there was a death, something that's putting you in a mood for good reason. It's a real mood. And then a false mood is when you'll say like, I don't know what got into me, I just snapped, or I'm just being irritable right now and I don't know why. And you can't really point to why you're being in a bad mood or why you're being irritable, but it's happening. So in those cases, it's probably a false mood. And that can be things like you ate a food that you don't tolerate and makes you inflamed, and that gives you a false mood. Or I think one of the most common ones is your blood sugar is low. And we're all kind of crab apples and hangry when our blood sugar is low, some of us more than others. And then you can be drunk, you can be hungover, you can be over caffeinated, you could be withdrawing from caffeine, you could have not got enough sleep the night before, you could be in those few days before your period and have estrogen dominance so that creates a false mood. There are a lot of different ways to be in a false mood. But if you are in a relationship and you find that you both get kind of pick fights with each other around similar time of day, or maybe it's while you travel, or maybe it's when you've had a couple drinks, just be aware that sometimes that's real truth bubbling up to the surface, but often it's really just that we get irritable from these false moods and then we pick fights in our relationships. So if that's happening, have this be a shared goal with your partner that you're going to start to be aware of false moods. Catch yourselves. Say like, we're just starting to fight about something and it's like, wait a second, are you hungry? Am I hungry? Is one of us hungover or drunk or sleep deprived or whatever it is? Pause, time out, let's have a bite to eat. Let's correct the false mood, and then let's pick up this conversation in a more non-violent way in a few minutes. That's a sidebar allusion to the book Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg, which is an essential guide to anybody who wants to be in any relationship with any other human being. It's great, read that. The other piece of this that I wanted to talk about was gratitude, because I think really so much of relationship drama and tension is addressed with more gratitude. And this is like, you don't get more standard issue hippy dippy idea, but like this is an oldie but a goodie and it's not going to go away. So when you're feeling like you're not fundamentally accepting your partner, you're not unconditionally loving your partner, you're feeling like why me, or what's wrong, or why didn't you do this, or why didn't you do what you should do, and blah blah blah, just shift to a place of gratitude. Like pause and list 3 things about your partner that you're grateful for. Say it out loud, even better. And just shift the whole mentality to why actually, no matter how big problems are in life, there's always something to be grateful for. And that can really shift the energy in a dynamic or a drama with your partner. So get smart about false moods, shift towards gratitude, and a lot of this relationship drama that occupies our lives kind of just goes to the wayside. Hope this is helpful, and we'll see you next time.